We live in a world now where as though everybody look at your glory, they don't look at your story. I want you to look at my story. People trying to be people pleasing for everybody. I don't need everybody on the planet. Most people, they don't even have an end game. They just out here operating. They just out here float. You got floaters out here. You only get paid for your performance. And we live in America. And America is a place where as though you could do whatever you want. All the ingredients to win, you was provided with when God dropped you on this planet. I don't care what nobody say. The list is the most important thing in the history of life. Having your list so you know why you're going out every day.
Folks, we're breaking up the rhythm on this episode of At the Podium. We're going away from the NFL, but my guy is literally all over the NFL. I saw a recent video that he dropped thanking the Rams for supporting his most recent book. I've got one of the most talented men with a message in the world today. The author of Armed with Good Intentions, Wallo267, is a motivational speaker, entrepreneur, cultural change maker. And at the end of the day, first video I saw this guy, it just blew my mind. I connected so deeply with the message. It's such a gift to have him here. Wallo, welcome to the city of Detroit.
Appreciate you having me, Manuel. Appreciate that, man. I like everything you got going on. Nice name, nice logo, nice energy.
Appreciate you, my friend.
Yeah.
Armed with Good Intentions. I know you've answered this question probably hundreds of times by now, but what was the moment? Do you recall the moment of when your vision for this book came to the forefront of your mind and you said, hey, I'm going to do this right now?
I always had a vision for a book, but early in my life, I think when I thought of a book, I was in prison, and a lot of stuff that I was writing, it was irrelevant to really helping people. It just was a story of growing up, but there wasn't no value in it. So later on in life, once I got the opportunity to put this out, this came about over a year. It wasn't that long, from now, and it was I said, oh man, I got to do this, and I thought, why not have a book that show people the similarities of the journeys that they go through in life. I went through them same, journeys, and I didn't give up. That's the whole bottom line that I want you to get. Yes. After you read this, I want you to be like, you know what? I could do it too. Wherever you might be at in life, because a lot of times, life will kick your ass. Life will kick you in your ass, but life kick everybody's ass. And I wanted to show that, because the reason I wanted to show that is because we live in a world now where as though everybody look at your glory, they don't look at your story. I want you to look at my story. And I want you to see that this story that I have, most people do have this story, and I still got back up and won. I ain't just lay down there and bleed out and be, I ain't become a victim of life. I said, no, I'm gonna get back up, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. As I started following you more, obviously the introduction came through our mutual dear friend, Ahmad Muhammad. Massive shout out to my boy Ahmad. He is a game changer himself. But as I started following your content more and your story more, the narrative that you're putting out there, I think of this. I think of, this is a man who will only eat with. This is a man who will only eat with those he would starve with.
Yes.
Does that resonate for you?
Yeah, it's real important. But I'm going to give a shout out to Muhammad, because Muhammad had one of the reason I reached out to Muhammad back in the day, I ain't going to say back in the day, but over a year or something. I think it was around the pandemic, because he had a platform called Ancestral Planes, right? And it was so informative. And it was necessary for people that just probably needed a push, because it's similar to what I'm doing in the book. It was just showing you powerful people from our culture that went through things but never gave up and still made it happen and was important to us. So I believe, it was necessary to give them a shout out. Now reword that. Say that question again.
So I think of this phrase as I followed you along, and I see the people that you surround yourself with. Which again, you've got another great message that I saw recently about the people that you're around. But I think of this statement: Wallo is the type of man that only eats with those he would starve with.
Yeah, that's important to me.
Yeah.
we live in a world now where everybody's looking for something. They're looking for something, but a lot of people they're trying to fast track success. They're trying to I like to be around people that, you know, first of all, I always feel as though I'm a representative of the people that the world forgot about. The people the everyday people, the people that, you know, that's at work, the people that's homeless, the people that's on drugs, the people that's trying to figure life out, that's just down bad. You know, them the people that the world forget about. Because in this world that we live in, the only people that's going to get highlighted is the people that's winning. The winners only get highlighted, but they forget about the people that's going through everyday struggle, the people, the places they come from. So it's real deep. So with me, it's like I always try to wave the flag and hold them down. And then when it comes to my team, I deal with people that really deal with me.
Say more about that.
See, we live in a world now where as though people trying to be people pleasing for everybody. I don't need everybody on the planet. You know, it's 8.1 billion people on the planet. You think I don't need all of y'all. I don't need 90% of y'all to make things happen and to do what I need to do. I need my people who really about me, who I trust, who really want to see me win as I want to see them win. And I think when it comes to team, I think people got to really be on point when they establishing their team. They got to understand that everybody's not meant to be on your, you know, on your team, on your bench, in your facility, and that's how I look at it.
Yeah, so we talk a lot, obviously, in the world of business and professional sports about auditing your circles and auditing the people that get to sit at your table with you and the tables that you choose to sit at. You've put a lot of content out there, not in those words, but similar, about like, hey, I mean, I can't remember the most. This one blew me away. I don't know if you were walking through an airport or what you were walking through, but you said, "Who with you?"
Yeah, who with you?
Who with you? Say more about that.
That's important because the first time I heard order your circle was from a good friend of mine, like a brother of mine, Herman Dahl, saying, you know what I mean? And he always would say that, and that's really important. You got to know who with you and who ain't. See, just because somebody by your side, they don't mean they own your side. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. And we live in a world where as though it's hard sometimes to figure it out because it could be family, it could be friends, it could be people you knew your whole life that's really not about you. And it's hard for you to deal with that. It's hard for you to internalize that. So it take people so long. It'd be so long you look up, you like, damn, I've been wasting my life, wasting all my time on these people that really don't like me in real life. They don't like me. It's hard for some people to be in close proximity to success because what success do is, especially when you're coming from an environment of struggle, success send a notification that to the average person that's not doing something, that they not doing nothing. And that's hard. Yes. It's hard to get that notification because every time they see you, it's like, damn, I'm not materializing my dream. I'm not doing, do I even have dreams? Like most people, you got to understand this, man. Most people, they don't even have an end game. They just out here operating. They just out here float. You got floaters out here. A lot of people are floaters.
Running around in one place.
Man, they not even one place. They running around, but they don't know why they running around. Like, what is the purpose? You trying to lose weight? You trying to meet people? You trying to, what you need? You need finances to build your brand. Like, what do you need? See, me, I'm one of the people that's always straight shooter. I never bullshit nobody. Anytime I stepped in the room, my whole thing is, it's always about, at the end of the day, nobody want to say this shit, but I like to be raw because that alleviate the bullshit, alleviate the time, alleviate the fake Zooms, alleviate the fake emails, the back and forth on text and all that shit. How can we help each other? How can this shit be mutually beneficial? What do you need? And I'm going to tell you what I need. Let's get to the point, man.
Let's go.
Because that alleviate all the bullshit, all this playing around. People sit around you for years, won't never ask you for nothing, but at the same time, the resentment build because they about them sitting around you. The resentment start to kick in because they start to feel entitled and they start like resentment is born basically off people believing that, hold up, you supposed to mind read and figure out my needs based upon close proximity. Being as though you didn't mind read that I wanted you to help me and I wasn't strong enough to verbalize that to you and be straight to the point with you because I'm a bullshitter. Now I'm mad at you and I really resent you, but I'm going to stay around you because I'd rather stay around you because I need you at some point, but I really hate you. So I'm going to stay around you and I'm going to be passive aggressive, or I'm going to stay around you. I'm going to try to just destroy you or just bring a cloud of bad energy or whatever. That's the bullshit people go. Me, I don't play no games with nobody. I ain't with that bullshit. I'm not even going to be around you if I don't like you. And once I see that you don't like me, I'm not going to be, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, but a lot of people, they don't know how to do that. A lot of people, they need people around. I need this person, need this. No, I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to do what I got to do for me and mine. I'm not waiting for nobody. Ain't nobody coming to save me. Ain't nobody coming to save me. So I'm gonna get up every day, put blood on the ground.
That's right.
And I'm gonna make this shit happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you only get paid for your performance. And we live in America. And America is a place where as though you could do whatever you want. All the ingredients to win, you was provided with when God dropped you on this planet. When God said, okay, you was born, you came out your mom screaming and all that stuff. Every ingredient that you need to win is already on the planet. What is you like? Is you gonna be willing to put the work in? And you got to know. You also got to know, be able to identify who are you, because when you could be real and you got to identify who you are, it can help you a lot. See, Instagram messed life up. So a lot of people don't know how to identify who they are. A lot of people don't understand that. No, you're not Michael Jordan. You're the towel boy.
Yeah, that's right.
No, you're not Phil Jackson. You're you're the team doctor. But you got the team doctor thinking they Phil Jackson because Instagram lied to everybody and told them that they got it, that they could do it. And they always got some similarity or a story to tell you based off of somebody else that they seen win. And they think, man, I'm like, no, I just was his shot. That is not you. And they always looking at somebody else's blessings. And that's the issue, man. That's why everything jacked up now.
Why do you think people care so much about fitting in, about being liked, about being included?
Because they're not comfortable with themselves. They're not comfortable with themselves.
Yeah, I've listened to a few times where publicly I can see you referencing having value for your time alone. Is that society? Is that Instagram? Is that media? Is that making it seem like, hey, the greatest moments have to be spent with a group of people?
Man, you know what's crazy for me? I look at it like everybody just want to be down. Everybody want to be liked, everybody. And I look at it like, y'all missing out on the real shit in life. Like for me, some of my greatest time, like I've been on a road for like weeks.
Yeah, you look great though.
So yesterday, thank you.
Yeah.
So yesterday was like maybe for like 45 minutes. I got a chance for like 45 minutes. I got a chance, right? And I'll never forget. I finally get to my house. I get off the plane, coming from Atlanta. I just did 85 South show the day before. I just interviewed Amari Hardwick. I go down. I don't even know where I came from. Where did I come from? Atlanta. Oh, matter of fact, I came from Oregon.
Oregon.
I'm speaking.
Oh, that's right.
I'm speaking to the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah.
I'm up there with them. I leave there. Drive. Listen, peep this. Get an Uber from Eugene all the way to Portland, which was 2 hours. Jump on a flight, a red eye, go from Portland to Chicago, get off, go from Chicago to Atlanta, get off at Atlanta, got there like 10-something, did an interview with Amari Hardwick, and later on did an interview with 85 South. Next morning I'm on a plane. I shoot back to the East Coast. Once I get back, I got all this stuff to do because I ain't been at home in a while.
Yeah.
So I think it might have been around 2 or 3 o'clock. I finally take a shower and lay down in my bed that I ain't seen in a while. And from like 2 to like 3:45, Desiree calling me like, yo, you got to go. I got to go to the youth study center to go sign some books for the kids in the detention center. Get up, had to do that. After that, went to Whole Foods, got some food because I enjoy cooking my food. I would rather any day cook my own food over the what's name, and I eat simple stuff. I made some barbecue, some smoked barbecue haddock, and some salad. And after that went to sleep. And that was like, but it's like my time is when I'm with people that I love, and I'm away from all the bullshit. Because all this celebrity shit, that should be bullshit to me. I don't get hype off of that. I get hype off of real people that I know I can win with.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the things when you think about the people that you value the most in your life right now? What are a few of the common characteristics that they have?
Number one, loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing like having loyal people in your life, and it's not many. See, my life don't exist of. I don't have 15 people.
Yeah,
I don't have. I got my stuff is short, and my life is just of just people that's in my life that's loyal, that's consistent with that loyalty, and that love me. Mm-hmm. That's all I need you to do. And I'll take care of the rest.
How do you know they love you?
They show me they love me through the actions. You know, and it can be simple stuff. It ain't even got to be what people think. It ain't about things. I don't need things. I'm maxed out on things.
Yeah.
You know, once you get to a certain point in life, all the things you get maxed out. Like a lot of people, like I wish a lot of people could do it so they could really, truly find what they really want in life. Like some of my greatest moments these days is when, you know, like I just had my grandma. I was cooking with my grandma. She'd be 90 September 30th. Moments like that, or moments when
Happy early birthday.
or moments when I'm at the spa. And I'm at the spa and I'm getting a massage and all that stuff, and I'm just chilling away from everybody. Go home, eat. Like I'd rather be in the crib.
Yeah.
Because I'm maxed out. When I say maxed out, you get to a point where though success come. Everybody waiting to get to success. Everybody dreaming about success. Success come. I get all the cars, the watches, the women. Then you realize that shit don't mean nothing. And then I'm like, oh. Because you think success gonna make everything disappear that you went through, the hardships in life, that shit's still there. You still got to deal with it head on. So now you just like, you got the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, the Porsche. You drive the cars, you had a watch on, you walk into a restaurant, you get what you want, you win. Now I'm like, none of this shit mean nothing. So now it's to the point where I'd rather just be somewhere at a great hotel. Like every time I come to Detroit, I go to Shinola. Got the restaurant downstairs, eat the food, go upstairs, chill, like the tub there. I like the whole vibe there. I like the aesthetics of the hotel, the way it's built, the way the rooms is, the big windows, look out, see down. I like that. I'm cool with that. I ain't got to go nowhere. I go stay in there for a couple of days and chill. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what's important to me. I don't care about celebrity. That shit is all bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You get around a bunch of people that's going to lie to each other. Let's get together. Let's do something. We're not doing nothing. And I don't need you to do nothing. The only thing I need is the people. I deal with the people. See, the people is the ones that put us in place. If you're an athlete, it's the people. If you're a recording artist, it's the people.
Yeah.
If you're a business person, it's the people. It's not celebrity. Celebrity seem cool. It look good, and if you're in close proximity to it, and some people think it's for marketing, but at the end of the day, it's about how do you connect with real people. Everyday people make this world rotate. Everyday people make the banks rotate. It makes the housing market rotate. It makes entertainment rotate. It makes sports. And everything is dictated by the everyday people. And that's the only people you need to be connected to.
In the book, is there a story or a moment in the book that you would say, this one really lights me up every time I flip back to it? Like this one really...
My brother getting killed, dying in my grandma's arms. That light me up because what it do is it set a fire in me. Like, yeah, I got to keep going. This for bro. Like all this is for bro. You know what I mean? I look at situations where as though I'm looking for the fire. I'm looking for the match. I'm looking for the wood. I'm looking for that thing that just, I bet. There we go. It's on now. That's how I'm looking at it.
I really respect when I hear you say, and not that you need my respect, but I give it to you, when I hear you say and make comments about, I'm not down with people who say, I would die for you.
Yeah, don't die for me, live for me.
Live for me. Live for those children. Live for the sacrifices of our grandmothers, our parents, whoever. Live. Yeah. Say more about that.
I believe that's the most important. I think the whole thing, I'll die for you, that was cliche. I don't know where that shit come from. Because I thought about it. I said, man, I ain't got time to be dying for nobody. But because
I don't say that.
Think
just
about
so
this.
we know. Anne Marie, I don't say that at all. I've never said, hey, I would die for you. I'm like,
you got to think about this. We got in this game of life, right? I don't care who you with. A lot of times, maybe people go for the kids. That's probably it. But at the end of the day, people say that shit so much. They say that shit recklessly and they lying. Because at the end of the day, if I got to die, you got to die, then I got to die. If somebody came right now and they put us on our knees and put guns to our head, and they purposely ask us who got to die, I'm picking you, man. And you going to pick me. Because you think about you and yours, and I'm thinking about me and mine.
That's right.
Cut the bullshit. People be that's why I'm saying people be bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it, me being removed from so much shit and being in my own world, it's so soothing.
What would you say when you think back to your time in the system? What would you say is a simple thing that could be improved that would change the outcome of what brothers like ours do when they get to the outside?
And the inside, what could be improved on the inside? Nothing. I truly believe that there's nothing there's nothing that will be improved.
Say more about that.
The system is a business. And what business you know that don't want their customers to come back? This shit ain't designed. This designed for you to figure it out. We're going to give you time to sit down and you figure this shit out. But we're not going to play no games with you. We're not going to play no games. We're going to give you a chance to sit here and figure it out. But if you figure it out, cool. If you don't, that's on you. But it's not designed for them to have all the answers. It's just not that. If that was the case, it'd have been done. We had hundreds of years to figure this shit out. It's not meant for that. It's meant for the be because, okay, you figure this shit out. Now we don't have recidivism. Now people not coming back to prison. Now people chilling. A lot of people gonna lose some jobs. We cut down on this policing. We cut down on probation officers, sheriffs, judges, district attorney. We can cut down on a lot of shit.
I've heard you speak about the significance of having the right mindset and mentorship.
That's very important. And mentorship come in different ways. Some of my greatest mentorships with me just watching people. Rest in peace to Anthony Bourdain. That was one of my greatest mentors.
Saw that, yeah.
Because he was a legend. He knew how to move around. And he came back from adversity. He came back, but he must have got in a hard position before. And he expired. Well, they say he did. I don't know what's up with that shit. You know what I mean? I really don't listen to that too much.
It's above our pay grade.
Yeah, that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you upset at somebody. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think it's good. It's always good to have mentors, and you ain't got to know them personally. You can just study, do your own personal research, and figure. But at the end of the day, my main thing is, what is the fuck is your end game? You got to have your end game together. People don't have no end game. They don't. It's like okay.
Yeah.
It's like okay. I'm gonna go ahead out here today. I'm gonna start this business. Or I'm gonna go out here and network. Whatever I'm doing is the purpose for me to get from here to here. If I'm living in a studio apartment, Detroit, somewhere in the studio apartment, got a piece of shit car, whatever's going on, making a little bit of money, and I say I want to start this. My goal is to come up out of here. And the end game, everything is listed on the end game. I want a home. I want whatever car you want. I want a Porsche. I want to travel the world. I want a beautiful wife and kids.
Yeah.
I want to have $5 million cash liquid in my bank account, and I just want to chill. I want to be able to do what I want, when I want, how I want. I want to be able to work from my computer around the world. That right there, them 6 things, whatever, that's the
right.
end game.
That's
so
right.
when you get up every day, you know what your end game is.
Yeah.
You're not bullshitting yourself.
Yeah.
I only want to shop at Whole Foods, whatever that I'm saying, whatever. Whatever you want. I'm only going to eat at 5-star Michelin star restaurants. I'm only going to stay at these hotels. Whatever it is, I don't care. Some things might be different. Some things might be like, I want to donate to charity. I want to do this, whatever. But before you move, you better have this shit written down, the list. I don't care what nobody say. The list is the most important thing in the history of life. Having your list so you know why you're going out every day. Or sit your ass in the house, get behind that computer, and do your research or figure some shit out. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, you made me think about how at our firm we have our new advisors create vision boards.
You better.
It's like, yeah, I don't know if you saw them when you walked through, but in the workstation, there's
I
a
seen
vision.
Muhammad's, he had one.
Yeah, there's a vision board in each one, right? It's like, hey man, I can't inspire you to do the work. I mean, you got to understand why you're doing the work, right? You have to have a motive for your own motivation, and it's not me, right? So we're not that sharp, and I'm not that smart. I like when you say that, and I know that you talk about that often. Who would you say is one of the early people that began to help you understand how powerful your mind was going to be in your life?
You know, it's just a lot of it come from having time with myself, reading, and just sitting back studying and shit. It ain't always got to be somebody. My grandma always told me I was special though.
Yeah.
But it ain't always got to be something. But I knew I was different. I didn't use drugs. I didn't drink. I stayed away from all that shit, even though I was operating outside of the law in the street game. But I just knew it, and it connected when I was in prison. Just watching different things, paying attention to stuff, reading, and just tapping in, and just going into my own university. Like I always tell people, I wasn't in jail. I was in Yale. I wasn't in prison. I was in Princeton. I wasn't in state pen. I was in Penn State, and I was figuring my shit out. I think that's what really what it was for me.
Can you think of a group that you've spoken to recently where you're like, man, I can feel that these people get me and I get them?
Everywhere I speak.
Say more about that.
Everywhere I speak, I touch them. See, one thing about me is you can't teach what you don't know, and you can't lead where you don't go. I'm not, like I always tell people, I'm not one of these, and I be straightforward with it because I got to separate myself. I'm not one of these imaginary theory motivational speaking.
Yeah, say more about that.
I'm not one of these guys that come here and talk all this, blow smoke up your ass. What did you do? What money did you make? What businesses did you start? Did you come from the ground? Did you come from hell and come back?
Yeah.
Before you can motivate, how you gonna motivate me? For some theory?
Yeah.
Nah, this ain't theory. So everywhere I go, they feel this stuff. They feel this shit in their soul. Cause I ain't talking no bullshit. Yeah. I'm not up there telling them, oh, you can do it. You can do this. Magical. Oh, butterflies, birds, mermaids. I ain't with all that dumb shit. No, that's why they feel this shit.
No, I can appreciate it.
Like, come on, man. Think about this. Just think about this.
Tell me.
You do the math. 7.5 years ago, I was sitting in a prison cell, filled with lifers, filled with rapists, pedophiles, murderers, everything you can name of. Mm-hmm. I only got a GED. I never been to no college. I don't even remember what grade in school I was last in.
Yeah.
I come out of here. I'm out here 7.5 years now. But just think about it. I was written off. This ain't no... I came from behind the 8 ball, 20 years in prison. Mm-hmm. 7 years later, you look up, cultural advisor, YouTube, one of the biggest corporations was owned by Google in the world. I culturally advised them, created a program called YouTube Avenues, where we went to over 10 cities, put 500-600 kids, we came to Detroit, put 500-600 kids in a room, kids, adults, whatever, teach them how to start their YouTube, how to scale on YouTube, how to monetize YouTube. That's me. Mm-hmm. Former chief marketing officer of Reform. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. You got a billionaires on the board. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, New York Times bestsellers, instant.
Yes.
And 5 E's.
Yes.
Like, come on, man. Like, this shit ain't, what is we speaking about now? I've been incarcerated more years of my life. I've been inside of a cell than I've been free. 20 years penitentiary, 5 years juvenile. What are we talking about? Speaking to who?
Yeah.
What speakers do what? Like, what is we talking about? I'm written off. I never posed to win. This shit that I'm doing, this is going down in the books. They're gonna talk about me hundreds of years from now. Mm-hmm. My shit is engraved in the ground. Mm-hmm. So when we talking about that stuff, I'm coming from a different point. I'm not coming from this magical point. Mm-hmm. I'm not coming from. I'm not making fake receipts up. I'm not making these imaginary. Oh, I was struggling. Oh, I went. Nobody want to hear that. Everybody was struggling.
Everybody.
Come on, man. What did you really go through, and what did you do?
That's right.
What did you do after the struggle? I am an expert in the reset. I am an expert in the comeback. I'm an expert in that shit. I am an expert in marketing. Mm-hmm. I didn't go to no school.
What is the recipe that you would say helps people come back, bounce back from moments of significant adversity?
Oh, you just got to connect with the moments you went through it before and get through it again. See, the issue is, a lot of times, it's based on people's circumstances, how they highlight struggle. A lot of times, struggle be the same a lot of times.
Yeah.
It be the same it be the same fucking struggle. Mm-hmm. It just be the fact of, oh, I'm going through it now, I lost my job, now it's feel deep. You've been through some hard shit before you gonna get through it again. Oh, I owe the bill, man, I gotta pay my rent. Fuck is you worrying about rent? Get with them in 6 months. You pay it when they catch up. What's gonna happen? What's really gonna fucking happen?
Nothing.
Oh, I ain't paying. Only thing that might clip you is your cell phone bill, but you got to keep that in order. But anything else, the landlord, they're gonna give you got time. You got time for all this shit. So what is you stressed out about? Figure that shit out. Yes. Like people. How should I say? They put their stress on steroids a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I find that people tend to allow others to dictate the temperature of their own thermostat.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not picking up what you're laying down. Mm-hmm. No, that problem does not get deposited here. This is not the bank for that.
Yeah.
You know, I want positivity, optimism, grit, I tell people all the time, people ask me like why I'm so passionate about what I do for a living. Well, we didn't have a ton of money, but man, we had a ton of love, and I knew what was possible if I just went to work and treated people well and had unflinching loyalty. I love that you said that. My brothers and I, we tease. We're like blood in, blood out, man. Now, we're not saying I would die for you.
You better not.
But we're saying let's go. Put that work in. Treat people well. Add value. Solve problems. People pay a ton of money for that. Mm-hmm. If you add value and solve problems everywhere you go, people will pay you a ton of money for that.
Yeah, that's all I do. So I know.
I love it. What's the next book?
Oh, I'm processing the title right now, but it's going to be a how-to, basically how to go to the next fucking level.
In what?
In life. Everything. See, when I say life, everything come together when you put that shit together in life. But even in business, a lot of this stuff, you got to have that dog in you.
Yes.
A lot of people don't have that dog in them. They be bullshitting. A lot of people, and the problem is, the main issue with most people, they don't want to embrace their position. You're meant to be the secretary, not the CEO, man. You don't know what's going on. Like, that's what people fuck up at. You're not Michael fucking Jordan. You're the towel boy.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that play no games with you and just sugarcoat it, because now we live in this victim society where everybody's an American victim. As soon as you tell somebody the truth, why are you bullying me? Why are you picking on me? Everybody's super sensitive to the truth. Right. No, you're not fucking Mike. You never was Mike. You never was the guy in high school. You never was the fucking guy in college. You never was that guy. What the fuck told you that guy all of a sudden, now you 30-something?
Yeah.
Cut the shit, man. But people get caught up in this Instagram where I'm this, and they start to feel it themselves. I got followers. I'm a brand. No, you're not. You're not a fucking brand, man. You're not that.
I had somebody today tell me they were a brand.
Brand of what? Brand of not doing nothing? Cut the shit, man. That'd be people problems, man.
The book's already here.
Yeah.
Did you already start writing it?
No, I ain't start yet, but it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna do that shit in like 2 weeks.
I love it. There's gonna be a course with it, right?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna run a mastermind.
Yeah, listen, that shit is like I might as well. You got all these masterminds running masterminds and ain't masterminds.
Please tell me about that.
They ain't do shit. Fuck did they do? What did you do?
It's marketing. You said there's God and marketing.
Yes, it is.
It's marketing.
Can't nobody with a silver spoon or came up privileged tell me anything. Fuck you gonna tell me? You had a jump start. Somebody gave you that shit. But I want to hustle for mine.
So you agree, because I tell our team all the time, I'm like, I'm over solicited by 22-year-olds asking me if I need a life coach. And I'm like, man, I'm 46. Devin, I'm only posting happy pictures of me and my family. Like, I'm like, what about me says I'm in the market for a life coach right now?
What about you showing that you a Vic? You were quick. You were square or something. I know how it is.
I've been through a lot of therapy to get over that victim mindset.
Because they be happy with that shit. They be happy, man. It's a lot of bullshit though, man.
Will you do a mastermind?
Yeah. For
real men, real women?
Yeah, real people.
Real business people?
That understand the price of my time.
Yeah.
My time is, is extremely costly. Because you're not paying for that mastermind time. You paying for all the shit I went through. Mm-hmm. When the CEOs were running up in my cell, I had to still read and study that night and all. You paying for a lot of shit, and you playing for execution. Mm-hmm. I'm an executor. I'm not I'm not playing no games out here, and I know who I am. There's no doubt in who I am. I don't care who you is. You can't deny who I am, because my shit is all right there.
What's the next project outside of speaking and authoring more books?
Man, I got my foundation, Wallo267, Foundation for Kids, Juvenile Delinquents coming out of the system. That's mainly focused on giving them the resources that I ain't have when I was young. I got that. I got my clothing line, airplanes and hotels. I got the energy drink, Pure Fuel. It's just so much more coming. Working on a touring agency right now. Got that. Got more shows.
Say more about that. The touring agency.
I got some partners of mine that's doing anything. We ready to partner up. They got access to all the venues around the country. So we working on that together right now, getting that, finalizing that. I got some other stuff coming. I ain't even going to talk about it because I like to put the shit out. Ooh.
Yeah.
Let you see it and touch it and feel it.
So one thing I think about a lot, because we oversee the financial decision making that our clients make, is why it's so much more common for someone to pay $1,000 to go to a concert or sporting event than $1,000 to invest in themselves through books, seminars, workshops, listening to people like you. Do you foresee a day where you fill Little Caesars Arena for $1,000 a ticket and 30,000 people listening to your how-to course?
Fuck all that. I'm gonna fill up Dallas, the Cowboys Stadium.
Love it.
I'm not playing no
Yeah,
games. See, one
yeah.
thing about me that's
Fill
different
up
about me.
Ann Arbor.
First of all, I'm not looking to care about the people that spend the tickets to go to that show because that's entertainment, which is cool. And we gotta understand, everybody in life is not trying to figure it out. They're gonna go work, take care of these kids, do their thing, and that's it. They don't care about that shit. A lot of people don't want to go to the next level of life. And some people is not trying to figure out what went wrong. They're not. So I understand that, and I'm not gonna beat them up about the shit. But for those that's my people gonna come. I'm just worrying about my people. That's how I put it. I don't need everybody. You know how people be like, you be like, damn, okay, what is you doing this for, man? It's for everybody. I get the fuck away from you once you tell me that. You don't even know your area of concentration. Just imagine a personal injury lawyer trying to go in there and fight a fucking murder case. Talking about, I do lawyers for everybody. You never fought no murder case. Shit sound dumb. It's goofy.
Yeah.
So I just get away from the bullshit, man. I just focus on my people, man. I mean, and that's how I do this.
Your foundation. How will you know 3 to 5 years from now that it's made the type of impact that you're proud of?
Man, when I see these kids having that therapy.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
See these kids coming out of juvenile facilities, getting themselves together, getting proper housing, start going to college, getting degrees. That's what I'm going to see. There's no other way to see but through that.
Where can people find more about the foundation?
The foundation going to be on Wallo267.com. I'm still putting things together. Getting the site together, but it's going to be over there and all that stuff.
There's a couple statements that I've heard you make that left me thinking in a number of different directions. One of them is the sort of pride that people tend to try to display about being from the hood.
Yeah, that's bullshit. A lot of times people be so caught up in I believe people be so caught up in trying to wear that as a badge of honor or a uniform of bullshit. This is a uniform of ignorance to me. Oh, I'm from the hood, I'm tough, so what? I don't give, nobody cares about that shit. And I think a lot of times, people don't know about the next level. But a lot of times people haven't been exposed to different cultures, to different outlets. And so they walk around and think that's cool. Oh, I'm from what's name, so I got a right to be real. I'm from no. You're not from that. You might lived in that environment, but you didn't participate in that cultural mindset or that mental or that mentality of street culture. But you think just because you like a lot of times people try to wear street culture. When I say wear it, I'm talking about the way they wear their hair, the way their attitude, the way they break their face up. That shit don't be mean. Now you see a lot of NFL players, athletes doing it. It's like, bro, you're a professional. You're getting $60 million. What you trying to be tough for? Who the fuck is you trying to scare?
That's right.
So it just be deep.
I heard you recently say that the smart people are beating everybody.
Yeah, the smart people run the real. Right now we have Revenge of the Nerds is taking place. People better wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
You better wake up and smell the coffee about what's going on. That's what it's all about.
When did that first come to mind?
I was in the cell and I was listening to what's name, Huey Newton in the news. It's hip to be square. And I'm like, damn, this was a classic, growing up. Remember it playing in the movies and all that shit? And then I thought about Revenge of the Nerds. I'm like, I looked around in the prison cell. The prison block, the cell block. I'm like, look at all this shit. All the tough guys end up here or dead. The shit is goofy. All the cool motherfuckers. I said, yeah, I know the game now. It's different.
I've heard you say that the greatest gift you gave yourself was forgiveness.
Yeah, you forgive. You forgave my brother's killer because that was important. I did a TEDx on that. That's very important, man, and that's what it's about.
Can you see a time where you would not forgive?
Nah, I don't really care. But just because I forgive you, that don't mean I'm gonna be around you or you're gonna have access to me. That's important. I think a lot of times people think, in order to forgive somebody, I got to, no, I'm going to forgive you. I'm sorry for the shit you did. Listen, man, but listen, man, I'll see you in the next lifetime, man. Because I ain't got time to be going through the shit again.
I know that we're coming up on time. I often think about how we can break some of these generational traumas that are handed down, these like cyclical, like horrific situations. What are a couple of the simple messages or comments that you'd share with the youth in America today that are struggling with figuring out the vision for their life and their purpose?
A lot of them, you can say what you want to say to them,
Sure.
but their alarm clock got to come on. A lot of people, alarm clock come on different times. You got motherfuckers that's 40 years old, their alarm clock just came on. Alarm clock is when you're willing to be receptive to the information that's going to help you elevate in life. Mm-hmm. Like, they got so many distractions, social media and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the best thing you could do, I could tell the parents to tap into their kids, educate them, get them exposed to different cultures, outlooks on life. Is, you know, the parents is the biggest teacher in the world. That's the first educator, the first professor. So you got to educate your kids.
What happens when you lose them at an early age? I know you know.
Sometimes, you know, you could lose them to multiple reasons. You could lose them to not doing what you need to do.
Sure.
Or you lose them to being overpowered by technology. Technology, you got to battle with all these people once they get their tablet, it's over. Mm-hmm. So you got to battle with all these views, outlooks, ideas. You know, these kids these days, man, by the time they 15, they smarter than their parents ever been. Their parents in their 40, they way smarter than them because they got so much access to information. So they know so much shit. They be like, man, this shit you telling me, Dad, that's cool. There's a streamer guy that made $100 million this year. Mm-hmm. Fuck is you talking about? Work where? Mm-hmm. 401k where? People, like, we live in a world now where nobody want to work. It ain't gonna be no 401k, but people gonna be 40 years old. They ain't gonna have 60 years. They ain't gonna have shit because nobody want to work. Nobody want to set nothing up. They just out here floating. So, you know, it's gonna be crazy.
Last question: who are you drawing some inspiration from right now? Like, who do you even listen to or see that is sharing the right vibe, the right energy, the right enthusiasm for life and for progress, you know, getting 1% better every day? Who has your attention?
My grandma, Richard Pryor, shit like that. I go listen to Richard Pryor. He gonna tell me some real shit. He might laugh and funny, but he gonna say some real shit. It's not a lot of, you know, I don't look at a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I don't have time to it. You know what I mean? I listen to music. Music always inspiring, but it's like I got to focus on what I'm focusing on. Yeah. Because I know my journey. My journey is a little different. So I just focus on what I got to do and keep moving. And I get inspiration from the people, my team, the people around me, because I want to turn it up so much to always set them up for life. That's my goal. I don't give a fuck about. Listen, man, on some real shit, I could go back to a studio apartment today. Mm-hmm. No bank account, no nothing. I'm cool. Pay my studio apartment off for a year, a phone, MacBook Air or something, some Wi-Fi. I'm going to tear it up. No car, no nothing. I'm going to tear it up. I mean,
start over.
I'm going to start over. I don't care. Go. And then I ain't got to worry about people, you know, none of that shit. I could just go in my world, create some new shit, and go up again. Yeah. You know?
I love it, man. Look, you're a gift. It's been a gift. I mean, I tried expressing that leading up to today. I know you're special, but I don't even get wheezy or nervous in front of a lot of really successful people, man. Mm-hmm. You are really energetically special.
I appreciate that.
You are a powerful freaking human being.
I appreciate that, man.
And I don't know what you're going to do, but I think it's kind of unquantifiable right now. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited to see what you do.
Thank you, man.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's a gift that Amat put us together, man, and to have Anne-Marie and Devin and Desiree here. Yes. I mean that. I'm glad you're in the D.
Yes.
I know you're going to do a lot of great things tonight.
Yes, man. Go shut it down.
And thank you for being here. I hope this is not the first and the last.
Thank you.